Are you supposed to be here? Fuck it. Come here, let me show you something. We got another one. Man, nothing stops these fucking clowns. This bozo named Jack and his sidekick Ellie. No worries though. I'll have them planted on the wall soon enough. For the time being, follow me. Let me show you something.
So we were just having a conversation about some girl stuff. How they're, bro? Do you? I don't know, man. I feel like girls are just manipulative sometimes,
I
but it
mean,
fails.
I mean, it succeeds on a lot of guys though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think makes us special?
me and you.
I mean, guys like us, I would say.
Um, um, is probably the like being aware of your self worth. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and realizing that you don't actually need anyone to move forward but yourself. And if you
Mm.
surround yourself with them good peoples, it's way easier. So
Yeah.
um, once you spot that somebody's trying to manipulate you or use you or whatever, um, and you know your self worth, it's really easy to um, push them out of your life
Yeah.
without feeling like you're missing something.
Because you have a point of reference. Like you can say, okay, I know people that treat me well, right?
Yeah,
And they would never do this to me, so I can see what you're doing. It's very clear to me.
yeah.
Yeah. I realize, bro.
This is why it's
I
important to surround yourself with the people that you need. Yeah.
Mhm.
Even though you sometimes you don't know uh, um, who you actually need, but realizing that as well is super important.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I was gonna say, I realized, bro, listening back to our older episodes,
Yeah.
I feel like my question makes me seem like I'm interviewing someone. I have to stop doing that, actually.
Um. What do you mean? What do you aspire in life?
No, not like that. Like
That
right
was it.
now, we were talking, right?
Yeah.
But then I asked you, like, I asked you how, to give a technical reason as to why it is like that for us,
Huh.
as opposed to other guys, right? And then you had to give an answer.
But it's not like you don't talk like this in real life. It's
True,
just how you are. Uh,
true.
um.
But I
So
don't ask. Usually, I hint at it, or I kind of like
yeah,
steer the conversation towards that direction.
yeah, it's true. But the thing is, um, it's better to make it clear because we'd get to the point way quicker. Because if you're talking some shit and you know
Mm.
this happens, you're just talking shit and you're trying to steer the conversation somewhere. It
Yeah,
takes you ages. Like with me, for example, because I want to talk about whatever, and then you get interested in that, and you listen and listen and listen, and my mind goes everywhere. So
Yeah,
it's really hard. So it's way easier to be direct, I think.
I
So I
see
don't
what you're
think it's
talking
a
about.
bad thing.
True. Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
that's true. I
isn't
mean,
isn't conversation just interviewing each other?
right?
It is.
Conversations in general is
It
just.
is. But I mean, conversations in general is like I say something, right?
Hmm.
And from what I said, right, it reminds this person of an experience they had, and they just can't wait to share it.
Yeah.
And that's how conversation is. Like in a group as well. Some people like feel left out in the group because they didn't they weren't able to share that initial thought or experience they had that can relate with what you said.
Hmm.
So um
I feel like they just want to jump in and talk. Because humans, like
yeah, but
people in
it's like
general,
it's
are
like
so self-absorbent.
but it's not like okay, I say my story and I do this too, and I try sometimes. I'm like, okay, let me listen actually, because when you're telling me a story, I'm thinking, oh shit, I had a similar experience,
Yeah, then you
and I want
block
to
out the
share
rest.
this. Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, I should just fucking listen. It's whatever. Right now, this person is talking. Maybe some other day I'll be able to share this. But the the need to relate to other people and to feel like you belong to the group is super high. How do you say it? Like it's super important for every person. Even
hmm.
so, though some people say I don't care, like I don't need anyone, blah blah blah. But feeling um like a part of the group, whatever group you're at, wherever you're at, you always want to feel like you're welcome and you belong there, right?
Yeah, of
This is
course.
why everybody's trying to share these similar experiences whenever and like cutting each other off because it's like, no, I belong here too. Oh, we are the
Yeah,
same. It's
yeah, I get what you mean. I feel like I don't know if this counts as one of my really positive points, but I really listen. Like two people can be talking in front of me, or someone could be talking to me, and I'd let them speak,
yeah,
right? Because I feel like there's always something you can learn from someone.
yeah.
But that also eliminates my social side. Like for our listeners,
But that's what you got me.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna say me and Ellie might seem similar or agree on a lot of things, but the social side to it, we're polar opposites. I I can't like I'm not a social person. I can't
We are
talk
the
to
most
people.
we are the most similar polar opposites you'll ever meet.
That's
Like
true.
I feel like our ideals and like view on life in general is the same.
Hmm.
It's just we're two different people, and that's why I think obviously we're two different people. But and that's why I think this relationship we have works so good.
Because of that opposite.
Yes,
Hmm.
because we are so opposite, but like we're so similar.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. Because I have met opposite, like literal opposites to me, like polar opposites,
Yeah,
but in all aspects. And then that never really kicks off well,
yeah,
friendship wise,
yeah.
right?
I
But
think if you were a woman, we'd have the best relationship, my man.
I'll take that as a compliment, I
But
guess.
it is. I think we'd be perfect for each other.
uh,
Be honest, for real.
oh yeah, I mean
Like
sometimes I
if we
do
are
think.
at a restaurant and someone gives you the wrong order, I'm gonna tell them. But like, I'm obviously like I'll be like,
I put that
please,
story on
is
my
the wrong
Instagram like 6 months ago or something.
really?
I said it's like why why do silent men love loud and fierce women? It's because if we get their order wrong, somebody need to go talk shit to their asses.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
I politely talk shit,
oh yeah. In your case, yeah.
unless it's Alex.
Alex will talk shit directly. But no,
No,
I
no,
do
I
feel. I
mean,
feel. I
unless it's
feel.
Alex bringing the order.
Oh, then it is direct, even for me.
Like, hey, yo, bring that ass here, boy.
Boy. Uh, yeah, but the thing is, I do think that way too sometimes. Not like if you were a woman, I'd like date you or something, but it's more like when I see you and Alex, I see you guys as my brothers. Like I really don't have friends per
Just
se.
got brother zoned.
I don't have. I don't know, man. My idea of friends got fucked over the years. I barely have friends. I have people I talk to, sure, people I know from the past. I don't have friends, man.
Like the Spanish people say, colegas.
Yeah, acquaintances in English.
Exactly.
Yeah, colegas is like work colleagues and stuff. Uh, the thing is, yeah, I don't. I'll tell you why. Because for me, I have such great brothers like you and Alex,
And
and
Sofian.
the fact that's my biological brother. That's obviously I love my brother,
But he my
but
brother though. Hey.
yeah, but the thing is with blood is that no matter what happens, you'll stick, right? But the fact that we developed the exact same relationship that blood siblings would have when we have the option to sever, right? We've had options to cut this relationship,
Yeah.
but it never happened, and instead we only grew closer and shit. Makes me think sometimes, man, if there was a real concept of like soulmates and shit, there you guys must be the versions of friends to soulmates.
Remember, um, what was her name?
Hmm.
She talked about twin flame. I've never heard that in my life.
Oh yeah, I remember her. Yeah,
But
I know who you're talking about.
um um so it can be like your best friend too, like this. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be necessarily um like
together.
a together dating thing and shit.
Yeah. Well, she said that about us though, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just to make it clear, I know her name, but I don't want Jack to be editing.
Nah, smart. Thank you. Well, fuck
Edit
you.
that out.
Wow. There's a good chance she's
And
listening.
the home address. Hey, yo, blur that out, okay?
Okay, for sure.
Okay.
Oh man, you have no idea, man. I go back to these episodes, and well, it's just the last two where we had to bleep stuff out. But it was such a pain in the ass to find them because I don't note it down, like what minute and stuff.
Yo, now you should.
Yeah, now I made like a mental note, like 13 minutes, okay. Just go search around that area. But yeah, I was saying if soulmates exist, like in like a partner, like if your loved one or someone that's supposed to be your wife or husband or lover, if they can be soulmates, then your best friends can also be soulmates, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you go through more friends than you do lovers. So the fact that
Yeah.
and you grow you the thing is you grow colder towards people. At least in my experience, like the more friends you go through, the more you start to appreciate the ones that you have, and I guess this filter or whatever. Like when you meet a new person, you have these high ass standards, bro. At least for
Yeah.
me, I have high standards for friends. I need to see loyalty. I need to see a lot of shit straight up,
Mm.
right? And if I don't see it, then they don't become a factor in my head. I just fucking forget them.
Yeah, see, this is where we differ so much.
Hmm.
for me, I don't mind giving love to like everyone,
Mhm.
you know, like a person that I meet. It doesn't have to be on that like upper level for me to call them a friend, you know.
Mhm.
Like even though I know like there's a lot of people I call friends or like I say they are my friends and I know like if I would ask them, yo, can you come help me this day? I know they wouldn't come. It's just because of the sort of relationship we have that they are my friends, you know.
Yeah, I have. So here's the thing. I don't know if I should say this out, but fuck it. It's
You can beep 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 beep.
no. I mean, it's not names, but it's
Okay.
something about me. Might damage my future relationships and business relationships, but hey, it's who I am, right? When I was younger, I could get along with anyone, but the thing is, I developed such a toxic trait out of it. I'd have I'd have uh like tools. I viewed people as tools, right? If a person can help me out in some way, I'll keep them close. If they have no use, I'll get rid of them.
I mean, it's just having connections, no.
Yeah,
Just,
I hated the way that I did that.
but
So
it's like everybody. I feel like everybody does that.
yeah, but you know me.
If they think if they think so, if you're making them think that they're your friend and stuff, I feel like that's wrong. If you have a professional relationship or whatever, that's different.
No,
It's not like you're texting them, "Hey yo, what's up, bro?" Like being friends with them, keeping them real close, just so you can profit. Or like, oh, I know this person. I could use this in the future, so I'll just like keep in contact. That's just having context, bro. It's not like you're using the person.
yeah,
Obviously, they're keeping you around for the same reason, since you are not going out and chilling and like doing like all this French shit. So
mm,
I don't think you should like put that to yourself as a bad thing. I think you overthink it a little bit because
yeah, but like I told you,
everybody be doing it.
I don't lie to them or anything. But like I said, the gift that I have is I can listen, right? And people like to be heard. Like they start talking, and I nod my head or just stay silent and look at them, right? And they get this feeling like, hey, I'm being heard. This
Mm,
person means something to me because they actually listen to me and stuff, right? And I do listen. It's true,
mm.
and I can relate, and I can like give my 2 cents on whatever they're going through. I can give them advice, but at the end of the day, I don't go back home and think of them, right? But they do, right? And I would still disregard these people no matter what.
But
Like,
aren't you like positively influencing their life in this way? I
but
don't see nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but I feel
No.
like I'm damaging them over time because then they have trust issues.
What do you mean trust issues for having a conversation with you?
Because like, what if they meet someone that truly listens and cares, right? I didn't care. I would listen, right? And then I'd give like a textbook reply to stuff. And then when I disregard them or I just stop talking to them or I cut them out of my life, they had a bad experience with someone who actually listened. Now the next
But
time they meet someone who does listen, but this time they care, they're gonna associate that person with me.
okay. So let me ask you something. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, your mom.
Hmm.
What kind of degrees does she have?
In psychology.
Okay. So don't you think maybe you got that a bit from her? This thinking a logical answers and being there for them in the moment, but then you don't really think about it that much.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I credit a lot. I can read people. Uh,
So it's just I'm gonna say personality trait, but it's just something you got from your parent, you know.
Mm,
Since I don't, bro, I don't think it's something bad, to be honest.
hmm. Maybe. I think I think the thing itself, like the skill itself, isn't bad. I used it badly, and I have to get over that
Ah,
experience.
okay, okay. If you think you use it badly, then that's on you.
Yeah,
Yeah, obviously.
but I have to learn to get over that and use it in better ways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's good. No, if you're telling me you used it badly, you know I'm gonna tell you that's wrong.
yeah.
Um, but I think you're like hard on yourself a lot of times for stuff like this.
Mm.
Since you were there and you just listened and that's what they needed, whatever. It's not like you're leading this person on, or you did. I don't have much context in this moment, but
I mean,
um,
for females, yeah, I did.
I mean, it's brother. You're like 22, 23. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
Right now, I'm talking about when I was 16.
Exactly, bro. What the fuck you
Yeah,
talking about, Willis? You know what I mean, brother? Come on. You're like, why are you expecting so much from your like 16-year-old self?
true. You know what?
You're 16, bro. You know how ruthless kids are, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but the thing is, I know you know this too, all right? But when we were like 15, even maybe 14 or turning 15, people would tell you, oh my God, you're so much older than your age, right? You
This
probably heard
fucking
this so many
trauma, my
times,
guy.
right? So the problem with telling a kid that is now you place them on this like level.
It's just pressure.
It is.
Like when your parents tell you, "Oh my God, you're doing this good and this good," and oh my God, what can I do without like all these stuff.
Mm.
Like they mean it well, but it's just putting this pressure on you, man.
Yeah, it does.
That this pressure that you cannot fail.
Yeah. That you know, you might think this is weird. Maybe the listeners will, but I have a whole list of things that are requirements for my kids, for my wife, like whoever's gonna be the mother of my kids. I have
Yeah.
this whole like thing planned out, right? And
Hmm.
one of those things on the list is uh don't give them high expect. Don't place them on any pedestal.
Yeah,
Right?
I fucking hate it when I hear parents and shit say, "Oh my God, my kid is so smart. Oh my God, he's so look at it." First of all, evil eye.
Right?
Second of all, just fucking let them be. You don't have to say, "Oh my God, he's so smart, so sweet, he's the best." No, just tell stories about it. So, what made you think that this fucking kid is so smart? Well, you can just be like, "Oh my God, we were like there, and I saw her just sit down and like she started writing the alphabet over and over because she wanted to learn it. Isn't that amazing?" Just say that, bro. Like,
Okay. My mom
don't be
used
like, "Oh my God, he's so smart." Why? Oh, it's just so fucking smart. My baby, bro. Fucking relax,
My mom used to do that to me. Like she used to tell me you're like the smartest kid. Like this, you were the smartest baby I saw because you knew how to get out of your crib. Like
bro.
I could do parkour, bro. Like what?
My man was a bit too active. Smart.
Smart.
He couldn't sit his ass down in one country. Smart. No, I mean in one bed. Jacks all over the place.
Uh,
I mean, you
but
got that from when you were a kid, I guess.
yeah, I
Your ass
guess
always moving.
every time. Can't, bro. I haven't in the past. Like I don't know how. What in the past 4 years, maybe I haven't been
Yeah.
in one place for more than like 6 months.
No,
Yeah.
no, he has not.
No,
I think France will be it though.
I think so too. I have high
Yeah,
hopes
yeah,
because I'm creatively free here.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it here.
It's nice. France nice. I'm
Although,
gonna come visit you probably when I have time.
absolutely. What?
I want to come. I haven't seen this guy since New Year's.
Yeah, it's been
I mean,
6 months.
it's a long time.
For us, yeah.
Yeah,
We're used to seeing each other every like 2 to 3 months.
yeah, because you were pretty close
Yeah,
in the Netherlands.
yeah.
And you were closer in Belgium.
I was living there with you.
Uh, yeah, we were living for a while together.
That was really
Uh,
fun back
so,
then.
so me, yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah.
Just one thing, yeah.
Hmm.
Like me as a person, I like to think of myself as a really neat person, you know?
Yeah.
When the room is a bit crowded, I cannot breathe,
Hmm.
you know? I want everything to be clean. But when this guy was here, it wasn't like that. But I didn't mind. That's the thing. That's when I'm like, okay, I love this guy. No, brother, I'm not even joking.
uh,
If like I'm walking and I step on a crumb, bro, I can't like I my lungs start to collapse.
hmm.
Like dust and shit. Like bit of like when people smoke too much here, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And then this guy was with his hookah. Glue 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 glue. We're a fucking sauna in this bitch. I'm like, alright, whatever.
Uh,
Whatever, man.
yeah, but that's because I'm always conscious of like I also so I used to smoke a lot. I started when I was 13, and
Did you know?
uh
Random fact. Random fact of the day.
yeah,
90% of people that are addicted to smoking started before the age of like 18.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense because you go through this fucked up stage in life, and that's like you pick up the worst thing
Yeah. I
to
think
cope with it.
I don't know if it was 16 or 18. Well, it's good that I found getting punched in the face a good coping mechanism. Yeah.
That's one way to deal with shit.
I mean, yeah, it's like it really puts you in the moment, you know.
Mm. No, for me, I don't know, man. Fighting has never been my first option of for anything. I swear.
Yeah.
And it might come as a surprise because you might hear stories in the future about what I've done and stuff. But the thing is, I swear to you, the most that I've done always comes after like a pretty good amount of bothering things. Like people really push me to that edge. It's rare for me to just do some dumb shit immediately. Like, I was always
Mm.
reasonable, right?
Mm.
And even when I used to get bullied,
Couldn't be me.
no, because I'll tell you why. I actually know when it started. Uh, we were young. I was 9 years old. We lived in this apartment building, and this fucking guy used to bully my brother. He's my age, right? My brother's younger than me by 4 years, and he used to take his fucking shoes and throw them out of the building, like onto the street, or like hide them, and he'd always push him around. And he made him eat dirt once and whatnot.
Oh fuck.
And I was too busy with my group of friends, right? And then one day I go back home and my brother's crying, and my mom comes home early from work and she sees my brother crying, and I'm there too, and I'm confused. And she's like, "Who did this?" And he tells her his name, and we go straight to his house. I go with her because whatever. I didn't like. I wasn't expecting to do much. I was pissed off, but I didn't think like you know I was gonna do anything because my mom's there. You know how moms are; they'll talk to his mom. So she knocks the door. The kid's mom opens the door. She doesn't tell her shit. She's like, "Where's your son?" She's like, why? She's like, I want to talk to him. She calls her son. He comes out, bro, and she damn near chokes him. She grabs his shirt, right, in front of his mom, and she looks at me and points at me, and she's like, "If you ever touch my son again, I will let him do whatever he wants to you." Mind you, back then, I never thought like violence was the answer to anything, right? And then it's the same thing we were talking about earlier. She put me on this pedestal. Now I have pressure, right? And the guy was
You're like,
scared
fuck,
of me.
I gotta learn how to fight now.
I mean, I knew some basics. Like I always knew how to keep my guard up, right?
Mm.
I didn't need training for that or anything because I got so bullied, like physically bullied. People like these fucking kids would hit me and shit, or kick me on the floor. And when you get kicked a lot, especially like you do this turtle shit on the floor, you know to keep your guard up and where the next one's coming. You kind of know how to like you know how you make your abs a bit harder, where you like
Yeah,
twist your ribs in when you know a kick's coming from the left.
yeah, yeah.
So I did that a lot when I was a kid, and so I knew that much about fighting just to defend myself. But to hit, that was another story. This kid was afraid of me now. He didn't even know what I could do or anything. I barely ever interacted with him. And one time
What
I
did the mother say?
nothing, bro. My mom is scary as shit. I swear to God, my
Yeah,
mom.
karate black
She
belt.
does. She has a black belt in
Yeah,
karate, and
I know.
you've seen my mom. She's pretty short, right? She looks
Yeah.
really nice. Like you would
She
never.
told me once I can beat you up.
She, and I always thought it was a joke, bro. I've seen her. I swear to God, I've seen her take down a woman twice her size in one clean sweep. I've never seen anything like it. It's like a tower collapsing without making noise. Because this is another story now. But yeah, we were at the park, me and my brother, and there were these like Saudi kids, and I told you about how Saudis were like really fucked up
Yeah,
kids. So these kids were throwing sand in our eyes, and we couldn't even slide. They wouldn't let us on the shit. We were just bothered all in all, but we didn't complain. We were never the snitch type.
yeah.
But my mom was like watching us. So she walks up and she tells the kid to fuck off pretty much. And his mom comes and it's this big fat lady dog. She's like 6'4". She could easily be on a basketball team, right?
But she was fat.
Bro, it doesn't matter because she was huge. And you couldn't see
Yeah.
much, but it looked like
I bet she couldn't see her toes either.
I'm pretty sure she did. But if she wasn't wearing all black, because in Saudi Arabia you're supposed to wear all black, you would
Yeah.
assume it's a man, right? And she comes through and she's like, "Hey, don't talk to my fucking kids like that. Who do you think you are and shit?" My mom doesn't say shit to her. She walks up to her. She asks her one question, like, "Are these your kids?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Teach them some manners before I do." Right? And this woman got really offended, so she laid her hand.
No shit, brother.
She laid her hand on my mom, and that was the biggest mistake of her life. She practically gave her the rope. As soon as she tried to like extended her arm, my mom grabbed that shit and she flipped her over her shoulder. She broke her arm actually,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and the woman was screaming in agony, like she was in so much pain. And my mom didn't actually continue. That's it. She took her down and held her and put her face in the sand, right? And she
How
told
do you
her
like that?
that because she wanted her to eat sand, just the same way that her kids were throwing sand in our faces. And she looked around. She saw the mothers, like the kids, were crying and stuff. Me and Sven were just chilling. Honestly, we were looking at the shit amazed, and the kids were crying. She felt bad for the kids, so she got off. Right, before the men could even come and separate it, because there was a lot of men
Mm.
around. And she goes back. We were having a picnic. She goes back to where we were, like stationed, and then we pack up. We go to the car, and she just starts crying so much
Your
because
mom.
yeah, my mom doesn't like violence. which is funny to me because she's really she could do a lot, right? Uh,
Lot of
a
damage.
lot of damage, but at the same time, she cried for like the whole night. And she was like, I can't get the image of the kids crying out of my head. And for days later, she would still remember the kids, and she'd get teary, right? She'd get teary eyed, and she's like those kids will forever remember me as this monster and stuff. And I was too young to understand, but you know when I understood,
Huh.
I grew up and shit changed. I went on assault mode. I wasn't in defend mode no more. And the first time I knocked someone out, bro, my heart sank. I thought, first of all, I
He's
thought he
dead.
was dead.
You
Yeah,
think he's dead?
one
Yeah,
hundred
yeah.
percent. I
Yeah.
thought,
You think this guy's dead?
yeah, that's what I thought. And also, I thought even if he's not dead, I might have like he might never speak again or something. Because I gave him a clean hook to the jaw.
Bro, the thing is, after a while, like okay, it's whatever. He's just knocked out.
Uh, no, because okay, my recent fight was here actually in France.
Yeah, yeah. With the listen,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
I tell you, I have good gut feeling. Yes,
yes, true.
when I say something, it's true.
It's true. It's true.
So this guy, I was calling him. He's like, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna go on a walk." I'm like, "Bro, it's like 12 at night. You're gonna get into a fight. Just fucking stay home." He's like, "Nah, bro, don't worry about it." Next thing you know, he's sending pictures of his hand and like, "Yo, bro, I got in a fight." Bro, what the fuck did I tell you?
Listen, man, I had to
No,
go
you
out.
listen
No,
to
listen,
me.
but like I had to because
What you had to do is stay at home and walk in the morning.
okay, but okay, I'll tell you the story, right? I went because Jazz, the girl that I'm living with, and our friend, our really good friend, she was out, but she was drunk, right? And I had to. I'm always worried about her because she doesn't know how to handle her alcohol. I had to make sure she was okay. So I went over and she was drunk, right? And I walked her back home. And we walked through uh we walked all through the city to come back home, but it was way past midnight and there was no more public transport and at that time we didn't have money for an Uber. Or no, we did but it wasn't fucking working. Like the Uber app wasn't working for us. So we're like, fuck it, we'll walk. And as we were walking, this guy came up and he didn't start talking to me, by the way. He talked to Jazz first, right?
Why the fuck would he talk to you?
True.
This fucking guy.
No, but
He's offended. This fucking guy walked up and he didn't even notice me. You're
no,
acting like the ugly friend, dude.
it's not like that. He wanted to rob us, right? And
Oh.
so the way he started it off was he followed us for a little while, then he came closer, and then he catcalled Jazz, and he's like, "Oh, the things I would do to your body or whatever." He's saying some fucked up shit. And then he got real close, and I told him to fuck off, right? And I told him just step back because his fucking breath was in my face. And we're walking. I can't walk because this nigga's in my fucking way. So I push him. So I push him out of the way. I'm like, fuck off. He reaches for his back pocket. I'm like, okay.
I'm dead.
That- this not. I've had weapons pulled out on me. I know the feeling. I've experienced it earlier on. I know my fight or flight. It's always fight, right? And
Yeah.
I knew obviously. I'm very logical in these situations. I kind of see shit in slow motion. I'm thinking we're in the middle of a
Because you
dark.
walk in slow motion.
No, I'm thinking slow motion.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
We're in a dark alley, right? And there's like a street lamp not too far away from me, like just I would say 20 meters away. And he's he's clearly going to do something to Jazz as well because he didn't care, and he was harassing her as well. Like he was really getting close to her as well. So whatever he's gonna do to me, he's gonna do to her as well. So now I'm thinking I have to protect her and myself. And Jazz can't fight. Jazz can't do anything really. She gets scared in those situations. So I think we're gonna walk a bit forward, right? And he's gonna keep chasing. That's fine. But if we walk too far away, he's gonna throw whatever he has, or he's gonna run towards us because he can also see the light, and obviously he's not gonna want to rob us under a lamp. He wants to rob us here. So I take my rings off and I give them to Jazz.
Signature move.
Always, I've always done that. I take my rings off. I give them to Jazz, and she understands what's going on. So I tell her to start hurrying up. Just walk towards the light. We walk. This guy starts walking faster. I turn towards him. I notice he's Arab, right? So I speak to him in Arabic so I can throw him off, confuse him a bit. And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "What's up, brother?" And he's like, "Oh shit, you're Arab." He's really confused. And Jazz is already towards the light, so it's fine. I put my arm around his neck and I put him in a chokehold. And I hold, so with my right hand, I'm choking him. And with my left hand, I'm holding his hand that's trying to pull something out of his pocket or whatever he had. So I take him down to the ground, and I, instead of just using one hand to hold his hand and the other one on his neck, I decide, okay, I'm gonna just switch this up and grab the hand that he's holding, whatever it is that he has, whatever weapon he has, with both of my hands. I'll just, lock him. I lock him down in a way that if you try to get out of it, you're gonna break your fucking arm. But this guy is under some kind of influence. And he does it anyways. This crazy fuck does this crazy, like, irrational move where he twists his body towards, like, the wrong direction. I hear a really ugly crack, right? And it's not his shoulder, it's literally his arm, like between his elbow and his shoulder.
Astaghfirullah.
And bro, this guy is crazy. I'm thinking, there's no fucking way he just did this. He fucking pulls his other hand around to pick out the weapon, and it turns out to be a bottle. And my slow ass is trying to get up so I can either move away or get him
I
again.
can imagine you get up. Fucking pulling your pants up and shit.
And he takes out the beer bottle. It's this big ass
Yeah.
beer bottle. And he swings it from, like, behind his back all the way, like an axe.
Like a baseball throw.
Pretty much all the way down on my right eye.
Fucking pitched the bottle to his head.
But the bottle didn't break, which is good, honestly. But I couldn't see out my right eye. And I'm looking at this guy. His hand is fucked, and he's just standing there with his other hand, right? And he goes for another one. I grab him this time. I jump up towards him because I looked kind of like dizzy a bit. But as soon as he started moving towards me, I jumped him.
Okay, Jack, make it quick. 20 seconds. Quick.
I jumped him. I took away the bottle and I threw it towards Jazz. And I'm expecting Jazz. By the way, this was going on for like at least a minute. I thought Jazz would have at least went and called for help or anything, but she was just stuck in her place. And and then I told, I didn't say anything actually. Some people heard us because this guy was in pain when he broke his arm, and they came and they separated us. And the cops came and he ran away. I didn't snitch, obviously, because I never snitch.
Okay, guys, listen. Thank you for listening. I want to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking late. Till next time, I guess. I know you love us, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. How does this work? How does the outro work? Yeah.
It just works like this.
I mean, I guess so.
We'll see you guys next week. Much love.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, that was the end of the story. That's it.
It was.
Police came. He don't snitch. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
We'll expand on this in another episode.
Yeah.
All right.
We need new TCs though if we want to expand. All right.
Good night.
Hey, yo. Good night, people.
Goodbye. I see you've made it to the end. Your persistence is a pain in the ass, but admirable nonetheless. You're still here, huh? Let me spell it out for you, okay? It's over. You can go about with your lousy life now. There's nothing left to see or hear in these parts of town. I think you've got a hearing problem, pal. That explains how you can listen to all this nonsense. It's either that, or you're asleep at the steering wheel. That didn't end well for the last person that did that.